Hey, what is up, guys? It is Rapmark here. Got back from the new Mortal Kombat movie, and honestly, I just want to say I've been so looking forward to this movie. I love Mortal Kombat. My history behind it is I played games 1, 2, and 3, missed 4, missed Deadly Alliance, Deception, played Armageddon. It wasn't that great. Then I played 9, 10, and 11, which I loved. Uh, yeah, I'm pretty up and into the lore. Uh, I mean, I have looked at YouTube vids and stuff so I know the lore. I know what happened for Deadly Alliance. I know what happened during 4. I know what happened during Deadly Alliance and Deception. So, but yeah, I love this. I was super excited. So I made sure I only saw the trailers, and that's about it. And honestly, my biggest thing was, is Cole? Are they going to make Cole interesting enough for me to care about this character? So that's the big question, and the answer to that is unfortunately no. Cole was very, very boring. Um, and I like the actor. Like I know that I've seen the actor and stuff he's in. He's not a bad actor. I think what this movie had was very bad writing. Um, like Cole was just not interesting. I didn't feel attached to him. Um, and he just felt unnecessary to that movie, which is kind of sad because he's supposed to be the main protagonist, and I was just like, I I don't care. I don't care about this guy. It's like I want more of the people I want, so or that everyone knows. Um, so I'll go into more reasons why and spoilers. Let's see. But yeah, I think they did a lot of characters disservice. I think the writing was, you know, mediocre at best, and just there were some really atrocious parts. There were some really atrocious parts with the writing, and it really is too bad because they had a good cast. I mean, the characters for the most part, I didn't have too much. I mean, I questioned the ones they brought out, and I think it was like too much, especially for what they were trying to do here. So, what I will say is, for the first 20 minutes, I'd have to say I was all in it. Like, the first 20 minutes of this movie are absolutely fantastic. And then it just sort of slowly wanders. And then Act 3 literally is like about uh, I mean, it's about 15, maybe 20 minutes, but I mean, and I'll talk this more in spoilers again. There are points where it's just like, ugh, wow, that was super fast. Like, it feels rushed at the end, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And it did a lot of characters dirty, is what I think. It oh god, I want to talk about this so bad. What else? The music. The music was as opposed to the original movie. And I love the original movie. Annihilation was bad. Annihilation was very, very bad, but it was entertaining. You can have fun with it. Whatever, get drunk, whatever you do. But it was fun bad. This was just it wasn't bad, but it was uninteresting, which is super sad. I mean, I was hoping for way more from this film, and what I got was essentially a disappointment. Like the music, it wasn't fun. It didn't hype me up. Like there were literal fight scenes where I'm just like, okay, this is happening, but the beat is a little off, and it was just. Mm. So yeah, I wasn't impressed with the music. You know, I mean, the casting itself I did love, but I think they did a lot of characters like, oh, they did wrong by those characters, and I wasn't a fan of some of the changes they made, and they couldn't make Cole interesting. Like that is literally the big key thing, and it's so sad. The character that takes the that literally carries this through its second act is Kano, which he's supposed to be the comic relief. Like he's supposed to be the comic relief, and you care more about him. You're more engaged with him. You're more entertained by him than anything that Cole ever does, and it's super sad. Like I love Kano, but man, he carried he carried that movie. He carried this movie bad. Oh, like he was the one character where I was just like, oh yeah. And then the whole the powers thing, like they kind of explain it through like arcana, which is like I guess through your chi or whatever your like dragon mark bearers, and it like what it's based on. Like it's kind of like I love how they bring all theirs about, except for again Cole's, which I'll get into in spoilers, and it kind of made me facepalm. It it really made me facepalm. I'm just like, okay, sure, whatever. Um, let's see, what else can we get into with this non spoiler? So, uh, oh no, I want to bring that up in the spoilers. But yeah, I think just with the writing, like a lot of characters were written in a way that's either sideline characters or did them very dirty because I mean, and I'll explain why. So with the characters, so I loved Bihan, Sub Zero. I loved Hanzo Hisashi, Scorpion. Those two are great. Those two were literally the best and probably most two true characters in this whole thing. And so let's see. So Cole, I've already told you. Raiden was just uninteresting. Like, I mean, in in the first one, he was kind of like really stoned and just like out the like and the forget the whitewashing for the like yeah. I mean, don't forget it, but yeah, it was. But it was an entertaining like Raiden in that one. This Raiden was just like, what's your point here? Like what are you doing here? It was yeah, it was kind of sad. I'll get into that more. Shang Tsung was, in my opinion, not very threatening. He was a little quiet. I mean, you got kind of the sneakish backsidedness of it all and the arrogance, but it just did it in such a boring way. And again, I blame the writing. I don't think it was the actor. Because I've seen the actor that's done Shang Tsung in other things, and I think he can pull it off. I just literally think he was held back by the writing, which is unfortunate. So, oh my gosh, Jax. Yeah, Jax Briggs. He he was a bright spot in this too. I did like him. And oh my gosh, the fight scene. Oh, like I said, there's a lot that I'm gonna have to go into with spoilers. And then Sonya Blade, I wish they had done more with her. And the way she learned her arcana, whatever, it oh my god, it's just oh, and the whole mark, it was super weird because I mean, so the mark is something that is on I guess only Earth realm people, and they're people of like great skill. They have powers, but you can kill them, and then you get their mark, and then you can have a power, and it's a little weird. It's a little weird. Oh my gosh, so yeah. All right. Now, Kano. Oh my God. I loved Kano. Kano was my favorite thing of this, my favorite person in this entire movie. In this, he carried Act Two on his back, and he wore that shit like a champ. That's what I'll say about Kano, and I'll get into it later. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Reptile also made an appearance. I did like what they did with Reptile, because he still has the acid breath, he still has the tongue. So the special effects were great. Like the visuals, they were actually really legit. I enjoyed the visuals. No arguments there. I mean, there were a few things that I could probably point out, but I mean, for the most part, I thought they did a good part with the visuals. I thought they did a good part with casting. Again, writing, music, some of the decisions they made, and the story just held it back. But anyway, like Reptile, like I love what they did with him, and he's like this giant kimono dragon. He can go invisible. He can do just all kinds of stuff. He's named here Sizoth, which I'm not familiar. Is that really his name? Yeah, yeah. So that is apparently really his name. So yeah, you know. So I did like that brief appearance there. Liu Kang, Kung Lao. I thought they could have been great characters. Like I love Kung Lao. He comes out very arrogant, very cocky. Liu Kang more humble, but I think they were all done dirty because they're such background characters, and that's sad. They should not be background characters. Oh my gosh. And then there's a lot of things that just don't make sense in the story. It's like I'll have to go into it in spoilers. But yeah, it's there's just a lot of stuff. Like I didn't care about Cole or his family. Let's see. So who else in the Outworld substitute? Melina. Oh my God, they did her dirty as well. Oh, so she did have the mouth, open wide at the end, you know. So I was okay with the look, but I mean, just again, there's part in the story. It's just like, what? And then there's Raikou. which is one of the characters I think in one of the games I didn't play. So I'm not very familiar with Raikou and Natara. Goro, I think they did him dirty. They straight up did him dirty. So we'll see how that goes. Cabal, I thought he was a decent character, but man, they gave him so many lines. They gave him so many lines. Good God. Oh my gosh. And then just the way it ends, it just feels super rushed and it's sad. And it made me sad. But I mean, I will say this, it did entertain me. It's not one that I'd want to see again. It's one that if I did see again, I'd like do just the battle scenes. So, with all that said, what am I giving this movie? I'm giving this a 5 of 10. This is an average movie. I don't feel I wasted my time with this movie, but it was a disappointment from what I was expecting. Again, the writing was mediocre at best, terrible at worst. The music just could not hold up to what it was supposed to do, especially in the battle scenes. And just some of the choices they made, which I will get into in spoilers, it just left me highly disappointed. So that's me, 5 of 10. So I will catch you on the flip side in spoilers. So I will catch you later.